I'm outside Bangbae-yak by Bangbae Jeoncheol-yak Sagri. This is a pretty representative neighborhood in Gangnam, and again I want to talk about mask culture. I'm just going to take a little bit of a walk down the sidewalk and show you. This is a city in which wearing masks is not mandatory, but most people do it. And that is on the street. When you're out in public on the street, there's no particular dictate that you have to wear a mask. When you go into the subway station, you do. On public transit, it's absolutely mandatory, and you'll get kicked off if you're not wearing one. In some stores it's mandatory, but as far as I can tell, that really is more an issue of store policy than a strict regulation. Now, what we're going to find is a lot of people just wearing masks. And occasionally, because the weather has suddenly turned very hot and muggy, a few people will either be walking around with masks on their face but sort of lowered down so they can breathe through their mouth. I mean, masks do get uncomfortable after a while. And a few we will see, often 중년 아저씨, middle-aged guys, not bothering at all, sort of a bit of a swingy thing happening. However, the attitude here is much more accepting of masks, and the argument that is often made, the explanation that's often made by Westerners is that well, it's because Asians wear masks when they have a cold or something like that. That was true. When I first came to Korea, I noticed that kind of behavior out in public. People would get a cold or the flu and they'd wear a mask. Some people still do it as a courtesy. Interestingly, in the 17 years that have passed, that sort of behavior, that particular kind of etiquette has declined. However, pollution has worsened significantly. It improved this year because factories were shut down because of coronavirus, and also because the Moon Jae-in government, at the same time, it was a coincidence because the policy had been planned before coronavirus. It shut down some coal generating energy stations, power plants, again to reduce the mask, sorry, not the mask, but the pollution, the high pollution counts. So mask usage in the past few years has been very, very common in South Korea, but because of the pollution. Now suddenly masks have come back as a health issue, and so here we are, just looking at people, you know, sort of walking toward me at random. And you'll notice that mask usage is pretty good. So that's sort of a kind of a view, a taste of public behavior in a South Korean city.